Yo, wedding photographer, I missed some shots at my last wedding, but the bride still gave me a great review on Google because I had a wedding photo timeline that we discussed previously before she booked with me. That was my insurance on a wedding day because it's a lot going on. So yeah, I'm about to play the clip of the video as I break down why she gave me a great review even though I missed some important shots on her wedding day. Check out the clip. Okay, so here's the review. It says, O'Keefe provided a great experience for me starting with our engagement photo shoot. So as you can see, it started from the shoot. I had a destination wedding in Charleston, South Carolina. I found O'Keefe on social media. Listen to that, photographers. She found me on social media. That is big because I promote this on my channel. And I believe y'all don't understand the power of social media, but being on social media and leveraging it the right way will help your photography business. And she said, and God and my gut feeling let me know I was picking the right photographer to be a part of my wedding. He was open to all the questions that I had, all the questions, no matter what type of bride you're dealing with, they're always going to have questions. So make sure you be open to all the questions that the bride has. And she also said he was also forward thinking because he was able to provide me with information and answers to questions that I didn't have to ask because he's just knowledgeable in photography for weddings. That goes to show as far as like what I promote on my channel. You want to stick to one niche because I was focused on wedding photography. So everything about a wedding day and wedding photography, I can go ahead and give any type of knowledge to a bride because that's all I'm focused on. So also she said the engagement shoot went great. The pictures turned out awesome. I was able to use his photos to create my digital wedding invitations as well as my printed invitations. So wedding photographer, let me give you a quick tip, right? So all these things that she's talking about, you can promote that to the next bride. Why? Because they're not thinking that far ahead as far as what they can do with the photos. Being that you tell them that on the call, that's going to give you more value as far as them putting down a bigger deposit and booking you for a different price because you are giving them knowledge on the call. Every photographer does not do that, especially if they don't specialize in weddings. Okay, she also said, I appreciate the knowledge that O'Keefe possessed that allowed me a well-organized timeline for my wedding. Yo, quick commercial about the wedding photo timeline I just talked about in the video. It's the link in the description below. It's a wedding photo timeline. You can download yours now. It's an 8-hour wedding photo timeline. It goes by hour by hour to make sure no photos are missed on a wedding day. Every hour lets you know what photo you should capture as a wedding photographer because you don't want no bad reviews and you don't want to miss out on brides' photos because the day goes crazy and you forget certain photos. So you don't want that to happen to you. Because that's what used to happen to me in the beginning. And yeah, I got rid of that quick. Like I had to fix and adjust to how I was going to capture every photo on a wedding day. And the wedding photo timeline does it for me. So yeah, click the link in the description and download yours now. Back to the video. That is very important. You want to have a wedding photo timeline, not just go by the wedding planner timeline, but go by your photo timeline because you know that different brides, different weddings you have different wedding planners, and sometimes the wedding planners are not professional and you may not capture every shot. So that's where your wedding photo timeline comes in and going over that and letting the bride know that every wedding planner is not the same. So giving them the knowledge ahead of time, letting them know what might occur on their wedding day will really help you out as far as a photographer. And also she said, he was very professional but down to earth. He knows how to interact with lots of different personalities, which helps on such an anxiety-filled day. So that's just how I am. That's my personality. I can, I can get along with old people, young people, kids. Like, that's just my personality. I like to joke around. I'm just me. I don't know how to explain me, but when I get around people, like, the real me come out, and everybody like it. So on wedding days, you dealing with different personalities. So if you are I would say an introvert, it's hard for you to kind of like deal with a wedding day if you're not dealing with different personalities, and if you're not good with dealing with different personalities. Me, I joke all day. I don't care. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's what I do. So if you are an introvert, it's kind of hard for you to deal with different personalities. See me, I catch on to different personalities. I catch on to people that act crazy. I catch on to people that okay. I catch on to, you know what I'm saying? That's just how I am. So that plays a part on a wedding day. Also, she said, my wedding photos turn out wonderful as well. We missed out on a few shots. You see what I'm saying? Because of some delays that occurred that was not his doing. See, this is major for wedding photographers. I let her know previously to the wedding that it's going to be hectic. Things are not going to go as planned. So you already setting the, you know what I'm saying, the mindset of the bride is, you know, it's going to be a lot on the wedding day and things don't go perfect. So you even saying that on a call with your wedding photo timeline, because 9 times out of 10, we can't control everything on a wedding day, but we can control at least 75% of it, you know, at least enough to where the bride is pleased. But sometimes, like, it was with her wedding party, it was just like, it was just a bunch of people that wasn't on time. So like, so you know what I'm saying, that's out of my control. But letting the bride know, aware of, you know, certain photos may not be captured because it may miss a time frame and I may not be able to capture later. Just letting her know that ahead of time is, you know what I'm saying, she's more welcome to understanding it now at the end. And also she said the timeline changed due to the setbacks. As you can see, the setbacks. And the main setback, her wedding started about an hour and a half late. So that was the main setback that threw everything up. So if you have a wedding photo timeline and 9 times out of 10, the photos that you were supposed to capture at a certain times and you cannot be captured later, it's hard to try to fit that into your schedule, especially if it's an hour and a half late. So that's letting the bride know ahead of time that, you know, things happen. And she saw the things happening in the actual, you know, while it was happening. So ain't nothing she could do, I could do. You know what I'm saying? It just was out of our control. But I let her be aware of that on our call before she booked with me, how a wedding day goes. You can't just, as photographers, you can't just get on a call and just expect a bride to book you just off of your rates and what you're going to deliver to them. Break down the wedding timeline, wedding photo timeline, how you're going to capture the photo timeline. Let them know what type of setbacks they're going to have on a wedding day. Even if they don't have setbacks on their wedding day, you already knowledgeable and letting them know what's going, maybe could happen. You know what I'm saying? Some things to look out for. And also she ended it with, ultimately, I had a wonderful experience working with Frozen Time Photography. O'Keith, I would definitely recommend him if you want professionalism and quality work. He's your guy. So that's what I'm saying, photographers. You want a review like that. That was very lengthy, as you can see, but everything was positive. You see what I'm saying? That's where your value come in at. So yeah, I can share that review on social media. I can share that review on a call with the next bride I'm going to book. You see what I'm saying? It's just giving those security to the bride and letting them know what to look for going forward if they book with you. So yeah, wedding photographer, you want to have a wedding photo timeline. That's my insurance on a wedding day. Like, anytime that the wedding day is going crazy and things don't, you know, go as planned, and you want to make sure that you capture every photo on a wedding day, you want to make sure that you have the bride's photo, because you can't rewind that day. And you don't want a bad review, because if you get a bad review, now is the likelihood of somebody else booking you later is going to be very slim, because once you get a bad reputation out here, like, you got to go find another niche or something, because nobody wants to book you for a wedding unless you just change the names or something. But just don't think about that. Just make sure you have a wedding photo timeline that is going to capture a bride's wedding day. And if you don't have a wedding photo timeline, don't worry, I got you. Click the link in the description below because you can download my personalized wedding photo timeline. It breaks down an 8-hour wedding photo timeline as far as when you should capture the photos on a wedding day and give the bride the clarity. So if you download mine and you want to make yours a little bit different, at least you have something to go by. So yeah, click the link in the description and make sure you download your timeline now. That's all I got for this video. Like and subscribe. Check out this video. I'm out. Chew.